Hello YouTube, this is Tammy Pie and I'm back with another video. I am coming to you today with day number 3 of 5 days, 5 VRs. And this VR is to Candy at Candy Soul and Soil. And she did a few weeks back, I think, a video called Decks for Dragons. I want to say it was called Decks for Dragons, but it's all things dragons. And it's got 5 little prompts here, no, 6 prompts. And basically it's just a way to show off a bunch of decks, right? So I'm trying to show you some decks that maybe I haven't shown that much in the latest bunch of VRs that I did, but I might show some just because they fit the prompts. So we're starting with prompt number 1 is the Hobbit. Decks to support bravery, fierceness, and protection. Things that stand out like shining gold. This was interesting. I recently got rid of Ethereal Visions, or I would have immediately picked out Ethereal Visions. If I had Klimt Tarot with me, I would have immediately picked that out because they're like goldy, very gold treasury things. I thought I might give you another look at Minchiari Bombarzo, but I've showed that a bunch. So we're gonna go with bravery and fierceness. Yeah. So, first let me show you something. After this, I'm gonna go to Max's Pohaku and take this cool. The other day when I was doing the readings in different places, I saw they had a bunch of bird of paradises, and they weren't even in a place where you could really see them. So I went back and got one, and it's like a double bloom one. So I'm totally stoked. Also, speaking of dragons, look at my little dragon box. Anyway. Fierceness and bravery. So these 3 decks stood out to me. You know what? There's one more too. And I mean, there could be more. It's you know, one of those things where you just have to kind of listen to your own mind where these things are concerned. But this is one of these kimono bags from Baba. But this is Tiera of the Crone by Lorenzi-Prince. And this one feels fierce. This is one of my favorite ways that people have changed courts. I love shadow as the king energy when it's gone too far. The crossroads at number 6. Very interesting. This Temperance card is huge for me. Justice is the spider. She feels every little vibration on that web. The 2 of Swords is a great one. But I didn't even go through and pick out the cards, but you must admit every one of these is just fierce as it's. I mean, that's a fierce deck, right? And that one, Tiera of the Crone, Lorenzi-Prince is kind of interesting how she does things. Sometimes she brings it back. Every once in a while she does a small printing. Did anyone notice that El Goliath's 3rd edition is coming out? I don't have El Goliath. So I might have to jump into that. And here we have Ritual Tarot. And Ritual Tarot is, I think it was brave from the very beginning. This is the 1st edition. So I don't have the beautiful Lust card, but I love all these cards. This just gorgeous hand cut. And the more I watch people playing with her new oracle, the more I kind of want that too. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have kind of a lot of stuff coming to me, so I need to I need to rein it in. But this is definitely like brave, like stand your ground kind of braveness. Love this deck. So that's Ritual Tarot by Tiera May. And here's one that is mass market, readily available. And this is just a great reading deck. And this is the Circe Tarot. Fabio Visintin. This is a Lo Scarabeo. Available wherever you get your Lo Scarabeo. Crone as the Hierophant. Perfect. I mean, fierce, brave. If you think of Circe, so good. There's that Six of Wands again. Yeah. Really just very expressive artwork. This deck reads so well. Oops, sorry. And she fierce. And then this one, I mean, it is another OOP one that frustrates some, but some people just like to see it because... And this fits with the whole thing. Fierceness, protection, bravery. Alice was very brave, right? Bravery is doing the thing even though you're kind of scared. And of course the shining gold of it all. What did I pick this morning? I picked another card that was a horse with dragonfly wings. Doesn't the metallic didn't really pick up in here, but this is very, very beautiful. This is one I wished I had gotten the big one, the limited edition one. So yeah, fierce. Prompt number 2 is, where am I? Am I still playing? I hate that. I hate the feeling of, I've been talking for 5 minutes. Have I been talking to no one? Okay, prompt number 2, Dancing with Dragons. What if, the fairy tale of it all, what if, yeah, those tales that have dragons in them. So I picked out some decks that I thought were very fairy tale like, storyteller like decks. Hang on just a second. Okay. It's so hot, you guys. But I did not have it in me to pack up all these things and take them over next door and then pack them all back. All right, so in this really great mushroom fall inspired, and over here we got acorns too on the insides. I have my this is Heartwood. Heartwood Tarot by Adam Oler and Stephanie Burrows over at 3 Trees. I mean, talk about great storytelling. They really hit it out of the park with this. Any one of these cards could draw you right into fairy tale. I like this one because it looks like they're looking in the refrigerator. Like if I open the refrigerator and just look at it for long enough, something else will be there, right? Like cookies. And that is the no. Why? Because you didn't buy cookies because you looked at yourself in the mirror. This is me talking because I just came back from going to the store and not buying cookies, even though I want cookies so bad. When you're trying to just drop a couple pounds, please, baby. Okay. Such a good card. What an imagination. And it's got all these great birds in it. I'm such a bird's head. And then like little throwback Easter eggs. Could that be any more Three of Cups? So Heartwood, definitely, you know, the most fairy tale of fairy tale decks in a fairy tale company. I mean, if I'm honest, all her decks are very kind of cuddly 5-year-olds, but also seriously great storytelling. I had to pick this one because of all the great stories, of all the great tales that has come down through the ages, right? This one has like a little bit of gold too, which my dragon heart loves. I love the backs on this. This was such a good find. I found this on a secondhand like German book sales. So even after shipping, I got it for cheaper than I could have gotten it from Amazon France, which always out there trying to get it cheaper, right? So these stories about the Arthurian legends, this is some of the first stuff we ever got into. Well, me, Merlin, Sword in the Stone, the good, the bad, and the monsters, and the Lady in the Lake, Knights of the Round Table, Sir Galahad. This is just such a beautiful rendering of the Arthur tales. And so relatable. This is Sword in the Stone, right? This is she's illustrated this deck in such a way that it feels like it could be anywhere, anytime to me. I had to pull out this one, and this is Syrian Shadows, the Gothic Literature Tarot, because I mean, story, fairy tale. Sometimes they are spooky, scary stories. And I love me a good spooky, scary story. I need to find my books that I've been reading have been great books. They've been good fun. But my favorite one that I read so far, and I read it so quickly, I just drank it in, was that one about the haunted house, Starling House. So I really want to find more books like that, in that kind of delicious, dark, spooky, boom, boom, Phantom and Dracula. That's a really delicious Dracula, though. Yeah. Okay, so, and then this one too struck me as very fairy tale. This is the Danilov Tarot. Someone was asking the other day, should they corner around La Corte Tarocchi? That's the one that's got like the kind of medieval, the tall, skinny, but fat deck from Il Meneghello. And my vote was no, because you couldn't shuffle it anyway. But I did corner around this. These came originally with just the square corners. And I think my original Tree Spirit Oracle, Tree Spirit, Max Black, I think it had square corners and I rounded it too. But isn't this fairytale? It really is. His artwork reminds me of an old fairy tale book that you might have as a kid. His courts are so good. Oops. Absolutely gonna melt. Wait, because it's dragons, I have to show you my favorite card. That's my favorite card in the deck. I love the little water dragon under his boat. Okay, this, I know this is gonna be kind of long, maybe not that long, I don't know. Prompt 3 is Dragonology, which is, I forget how Candy put it, but it's, I don't know if you remember those books that were Dragonology, and one of them was about fairies, one of them was about, I think, vampires, but it made it like it was just another part of science. It was, they were set up to be like little educational books with like little envelopes in them. They were really cute. I loved them. So the idea is the magic of every day. So I'm going to show you a few decks that are the magic of every day. I don't know why this popped into my head for this prompt, but here it is. This is the Eastern Ink Tarot. And I think this is still in print. I have the limited edition one that I traded for, but I'm pretty sure you can just Google this and find it. But this one has dragons in it. And to me, these are kind of my dragons. These are the ones that I think of as like the actual, like, in my moments of suspended disbelief, I like to think of people as having a dragon. A little dragon spirit or a little dragon friend. And these seem like, this makes it look like the dragons were with them, just like some people have cats. I liked this for the prompt because this feels like everyday magic to me. This I just really enjoy this crazy deck. And these creatures seem like kind of like dragons to me. But this is Delirious Gnarly Thorn by Rabbit and Wolf Productions. This is a make playing card and absolutely AI art. She's done several decks. They've done several decks. And they're all wonderful, but this one's my favorite. And it's got this great story that goes with it about, I think this is her partner, about this guy that goes to New York City to see a photo exhibit. And the photo exhibit is all these strange photographs. It's all very kind of War of the Worlds, and I just thought, that is genius. That's the perfect way to introduce an AI deck. So this is my third AI deck. I have the one that Kelly Fitzgerald and Patrick Fogarty made, and I have the Primeval, the Primordial Dreams one, which I used a bunch for a long time, and then I went on to other things. Okay, I'm going to show you an oracle, because, and this is actually it's like a 2-in-1 oracle. She, I think she changed these so that the border is only on the bottom now, but they just finished their Kickstarter for the threefer, which I didn't get into the Kickstarter. I didn't realize you could only buy one deck, but that's fine. I'll get them when they're printed. I'm sure she'll have more. But I can't wait for the haunts. I love what she did with the haunts. But here's the, that one is the Southern Botanic Oracle, and this is the Southern Gothic Oracle. I think. Oh, that one's still Botanic. There, that's Gothic. The Grove. Oh man, if you've ever like hung out in the American South, you know, all these things are there. Anyway, that's very everyday to me. That feels like things you would run into in your everyday life, but especially if you're in the American South. And you know, sometimes those things are. All right, Sistine is incoming. Just because this is. It's hard to describe if you haven't experienced this, but everyone who has experienced it. This is like that friend who calls and you can talk to them about anything. They never get mad at you. They tell you when you're screwing up. They let you know that your boyfriend is not great. They're not afraid to say certain things, but they also are not afraid to just be quiet and let you talk. I'm telling you, Sistine is the most best friend everyday deck. She's really, this was a cool thing. I wish more people had gotten it, but you know, it is what it is. She is just now finishing up and about to list these blue bones, which is her oracle, which I think is like 105 cards. So that's going to be up. I think she said she's going to try and do Game Crafter too, but make playing cards. If she's got it up on Game Crafter, I'll get it there, but I can't get anything right now because I need to calm the hell down. All right. So, and this is Curious Traveler. This is, again, it's got a little gold embellishment. Mine's the indie, so the gold isn't as gold. But if you have the mass market, the gold is very gold. So that might have been a bling choice, or a gold choice. But this is very much, again, just comfortable. This is such a relaxed tarot, but it's relaxed in kind of a weird way. This is your nerdy friends. Going to the coffee shop with your nerdy friends to get magic mushroom tea or something. I don't know. It has some weird moments in this deck for sure. But that felt like the magic of every day to me. All right, next prompt. Oh my God. Okay, sorry about the length of this video, but what are you gonna do? I got a bunch of stuff to show you, so. And I'm a dragon. I always have like this dragon horde. Okay, so this is Yonasaya's, the last edition, which is hilarious because this is like only the 4th edition. I think she's done 9. So when I did it, I edged these in the colors that are in the deck. So this is dragon art, decks that support the growth of your creativity, okay? And I love what Yonasa, this could have been an everyday deck for me too, but I love what she did. She came into this and created some beloved tarot decks without being a tarot reader. And it's just because her art is just, that's one of my favorite strength cards ever. This one and the Bohemian Gothic. Dandelion? Yes, yes please. I love all this kind of like romance cover art. The buttercups as the pentacles, so good. Okay, textured tarot. I've been using just this week, and I can't get enough of it all of a sudden. All those years, it pissed me off because of the cardstock. Now she put out the small pocket edition on great cardstock, and I'm in love with the old one. That's like so rude. But she like put out all these great collage decks early in her career, and people loved them. So to me, that is, it gives me inspiration. Even though I've been a terrible artist, I have not been painting or doing anything useful. And archetypes, which I just showed, but let's show you some more, because why not? And archetypes, because Kim Cran's work for me, each one of the decks actually is part of a whole work of a whole body of artwork to me. I like her as an artist, as an author, and I like all her stuff. So this is inspiring to me because I think it represents kind of pinnacle. What happens when you keep going, you end up creating something really interesting that sometimes people don't like, especially at first. Like at first people were like, what the hell is this? Why did she make that extra suit? How come she forgot? Why? You know, people didn't like the color. You know, everybody's got an opinion, but to me, it's a brilliant, brilliant deck, and it's inspiring, and she's inspiring. Okay, I'm going to show Supernatural because the supernatural world inspires me, and this deck inspires me because, again, every time you take a step, you might be stepping in shit, but you have to keep going, right? The adventures of the Westchester boys, and honestly the adventures of this, what the hell, Inside Editions, is a testament to stepping in it but doing it anyway, continuing. I love this deck. I don't care if it is Lazy Pips. I'm right there with you. There's a million characters, but it's a great deck. Very inspiring. And then Goblins and Gardens. Great cardstock. This deck is so fun to shuffle. And it has dragons. And this one inspires me to do yard work, to go outside, to get her done. For some reason, these little guys makes you feel like even if you're the smallest person, you make a difference by doing the smallest thing. That's how that inspires me. All right. Did I need to show 5 freaking decks for every prompt? No, I didn't, but you know, this is where we're at. Prompt 5 is Living with Dragons, decks that support a childlike seeking of comfort and safety. Now, everything's paraphrased. Candy has this way of putting things, and she's just really good at it. Sparkly Lenormand. I mean, it's a treasure. It's sparkly. Every single character is super adorable. Did I just show all the? I did, but I mean, who can ever have enough of the cupcake house? The birds having tea. The mountain is a Sunday. Your dog. Pathways. There's an ice cream cone over there. The lily. The ship is a panda submarine. Y'all. Come on. The garden is like this island in the sky. The star. Oops. Dropped it. The stork. All goofy on roller skates. Sigh. They're so cute. Okay, so childlike, imagine, no explanation necessary. Spacious Tarot. Another deck that I have been having this like romance with. And this is, I guess it's because maybe some of us, not all of us, but some of us were lonely kids, right? When you're a latchkey kid from my generation, you spend a lot of time all by yourself. And so this has kind of that feeling of being an all by myself kid. And every little thing becomes the set for a play or a magical spell, or, you know, a fish is a friend. This just has this innocence to me that it feels like a very wise child. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, incoming with another Three Trees Tarot deck. This is the one that started them all. This is Oat, Ash, and Thorn. And these characters just, again, feel like a child's imagination. A world that, you know, we all got from bedtime stories, right? Looks like Owl and Winnie the Pooh a little bit. Ten of Wands. A child who's had it and has to have a nap right now. It's just super cute. I had to bring this one out because I've told this story a few times, but Jasmine Beckett Griffith's art, to me, are those spooky dolls. I had a very good friend when I was a kid who got Madame Alexander dolls every Christmas and birthday. Her parents had been divorced since she was an infant. And her father would call her up and say, "What do you want for your birthday?" And she would get these Madame Alexander dolls, really exorbitant, like with jewelry and costumes. And she would take them out of their boxes and put them on a shelf, and there they stayed. She didn't play with them. She just kept them perfect. And I always thought the dolls were so creepy. I was sure they were haunted. I didn't like sleeping in that room. And so these are the haunted dolls to me. So of course, any prompt that has childhood in it, I think of that deck. And then of course, Nicoletta Ciccoli. This kind of dreamy, this is escapism art. And I have always really related to this artwork. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But I've always loved the deck. I appreciate what people did with like reordering it, but I got it. I mean, you just had to figure it out. And so consequently, reordering didn't work for me. So weird, some of this stuff. But yeah. Okay, so that's that. And finally, the last one is Star Magic. Decks that support loving yourself where you are with who you are, while still taking the flight of the dragon to chase. Ta-da. Okay. All right. So this is the final prompt, and I still have 5 decks. I don't know. Maybe I was just like this one and this one and this one, but and then I'm going to the beach, y'all, because it's hot. Okay, so in this teeny tiny adorable Moonlit Fae bag, this is an old one. I have Veronica Jude's. In fact, I'm taking this with me when I go. Don't Panic Tarot. I think I put this in order, and now it's going to be out of order again. Oh well. But I love the meme deck because you don't even have to say this is tarot. You can just pull some cards. And it's just words of wisdom. But it is a tarot. She worked on this for years, and it does work. The executive, the visionary, the mastermind, and the architect. Super cool. Okay, so stuff that supports you where you're at, but also lets you know, dragon, you can fly. This is the Felt Tarot. And the Kickstarter is over, but this woman, Jamie Sawyer, is just a perpetual source of inspiration to me. And she is that kind of gentle person who is like, hey man, whoever you are, you be you. She does these, I don't know if they're weekly. They might be weekly. She's got a YouTube channel, and she just does the casting, creative casting. They're always good. They're always so good. This strength card's so good. You be you, but also if you push a little, hey, you can get a whole lot done, right? So inspiring. Oh my God. What a cool human being. So thrilled that I have been able to meet all these interesting people on YouTube. And Jamie I've met in person. She's also really cool. Another insanely cool person, Monica Badirsky. When she did this, nobody was talking about, I mean, a few people, maybe Kellyanne Maddox was talking about self-love, a little bit of shadow work here and there, but Shadowlands really brought it to the forefront. And she has kept putting out like just really interesting decks that make you think. She's a really good author. She writes her own books. And this stuff just, it's like, go, do the thing, but do not lose your head. Don't forget, don't leave your head behind. It's so good. Okay. So that is Shadowlands by Monica Badirsky. I don't know if I've been even, I am so hot, y'all. Gabby Angus West, another one. Wow. I mean, wow. What a concept to not copy Frida Kahlo, but to make her an avatar for the Thoth Tarot and take her life and artwork and put it to this colorway. This is so interesting, especially if you're a fan of Thoth. Yeah. And Frida Kahlo, she was one of those people, hey, people are just people. You are who you are. Be who you are and do the thing that you're supposed to do. Very inspiring. And then there's another one. I met this lady at Newt's too, and she's amazing. She is exactly as advertised on the box. This is Zara Kitten Shop's Playful Heart Tarot. And this is the first edition, so yours might be a little different. And I finally, for my birthday, invested in the Playful Heart Marseille. What is it called? It's called can't think of it right now. I always think of it as the Playful Heart Marseille. But this is just if you know, you know. This is really a brilliant tarot deck. And it is very supportive, but I don't think it's coddling. I think it does say, yeah, take your rest and then get on with it. Right. Do what you need to do. because everyone does. But then make that decision. Do choose, right? Anyway, do I have any more? I think that's it. I think, oh my God, it's over. I am off to the beach. But thank you for coming.